Are these on? Isaac, you have to do this. Oh, did it start? My name is Blake, and I love geocaching.
Geocaching is like hunting for geocache and finding it with your eyes.
Treasure hunting and hiking at the same time.
They get hidden and come in all different sizes.
There are some really good ones.
It's really explainable.
So you'll have a GPS, a backpack, and you'll have a locator on their phone thing.
Hunt.
And it'll take you to the geocache and you have to find it.
They have hints and stuff about them.
Sometimes they can be like camouflage. Look in trees. Look in trees or on the ground. Rocks. Look in nature. Look in nature. You have to kind of act extra sneaky if there's a lot of people around.
It's fun. Sometimes Gabby finds it. She sometimes does. She snips it out.
There must be a paper inside there. Get out your pen and write your name on it.
There's little items in it.
They have toys inside.
Marbles, rings, TOYS.
It's not just about getting toys. It's about getting outside and getting some exercise.
What's your favorite thing about geocaching?
That we get to get toys.
What do you think would make geocaching even more fun?
Spinning.
Yeah, it's just a matter of time before people will start saying, you know what, let's place a geocache on Mars. You know what, let's place a geocache on the moon.
I did all of it. I don't have any more words. I did all of it. I don't need a microphone anymore.
I was sharing some gelato with my wife one day. It was coffee chocolate chip, so I was feeling okay. I had a revelation as she opened the trash. I said, "That's not trash, it's a geocache." Well, she wasn't surprised because I'm a bit of a hoarder. My geosupplies are just a tad bit disordered. I save a lot of junk just in case, you see, because you never know when a piece of hose will come in handy. I get carried away, I'll be the first to admit. But my wife is a saint. She doesn't make me quit. She says,
"One man's treasure is another man's trash."
and I say, and another man's geocache. Now, I've traveled around the world, and the cachers agree. From the Chinese coast to the Baltic Sea, where the world sees junk that might spawn a disease, a geocacher sees possibilities.
That's not trash, it's a geocache. That's not trash, it's a geocache.
Qui est non d'être tout, it's a geocache.
That's not trash, it's a geocache.
Das ist nicht Müll, it's a geocache.
That's not trash, it's a geocache.
Questo non è spazzatura, it's a geocache. Hey, no matter what you do, it's a geocache.
Hey, no matter what you do, it's a geocache.
That's not trash, it's a geocache. That's not trash, it's a geocache. That's not trash, it's a geocache. That's not trash, it's a geocache. That's not trash, it... Well, I suppose you could stick a little, take a... You might slide it... Nah, that's pretty much trash, isn't it? That's pretty much trash.
This ain't trash, it's a geocache. Hey, it's a... Take two.
Now I've traveled around the world and the... You sure it's not trash?
No, it's a geocache.
I'm pretty sure it's trash.
No, it's a geocache.
Tell me another story, Grandpa.
Alright, one more story, I suppose. Did I ever tell you about the time I went out to find a difficulty 5, terrain 5?
No. Tell me.
It all started during my college years. I sat down at my computer one day, looking for an adventure to complete. Well, I happened to notice that there was a geocache, far away from home, that I wanted to go find. It was said to be the hardest cache in the world. From that moment on, I was on a mission. I set out on the old dusty trail, my GPS saying that the cache was over 400 miles into the wilderness. I let nothing stand in my way. In order to find the cache, I trudged through the deepest of forests. I walked across raging rivers on unstable bridges, fearing for my life. There were points at which I had to jump off of cliffs. And I even had to slide off of waterfalls. All this I did in the name of geocaching. It took me 40 days total. 40 hard days of adventure. But finally, after all my hard work, I made it to ground zero. I spent ages looking and looking for the cache, not to be found anywhere. I was losing all hope. But then, there it was, right in front of my face. It had all paid off. I cracked open the cache, and I pulled out the logbook. And then I reached for my pen. It was nowhere to be found. All those miles and hard work, only to end at this. I should have listened. I knew I should have. The cache page, it said BYOP. This was the hardest stage of my life. Now I could say that the moral of the story is that the joy of geocaching is in the hunt and not the find. But in all honesty, the moral of the story is that if you don't bring your own pen, you're not going to be a good time. Always bring your own pen.
¿Quién anda ahí? Ah, el FTF. Enhorabuena. Si sacas algo, realiza un intercambio. Y devuélveme en el mismo lugar, tal y como estaba. ¿Qué será de mí a partir de ahora? ¡Hey! ¡No hagas eso! habéis salvado. Muchas gracias. Gracias. Estoy vivo. Estoy vivo. Gracias por la reparación. Adiós.
It's not about the numbers. It's about the adventure. You can't go proper caching in flip-flops. You need the boots, you need the bag, you need the jacket. A proper cache has got to walk. It's got some terrain, some adventure. If you can park next to it, it ain't a proper cache. It's about the landscape, being one with nature. You won't find Bear Grylls in a superstore car park. If you're not suffering, if you haven't got cuts, bruises, stings, it's not worth it. You might as well go home. You're not trying hard enough. You're not finding proper caches. Take Jeff. He does any old cache. Goes out in his sandals. He's got more finds than me, but if you look at his difficulty rating, he's only got a 1.6. I've got a 1.7, and that's because I go for proper caches. I go for the adventure, and to do that, you've got to prepare. I find proper caches. "17.
911, what is your emergency?
Hi, I'm at GC5AR7 and it's pretty busted up. It's gonna need some help.
Alright, we're sending the geomedics out right now.
I need a stretcher. Okay.
Earlier today we got a call about a geocache that was in need of maintenance. When we arrived on the scene, it was in critical condition.
Got a cookie sheet. Get him on the table. Sky.
There's multiple foreign objects in the body.
Tweezer. Multi-tool. Open it! We're gonna need a log transplant.
On it.
Open it. Oh, you always need tweezers for these things.
It's losing ink.
We're gonna need an IV. Got it. IV coming in. Hook it up. He's losing too much.
Shoot, I forgot rope.
Hello?
Hey, do you have the rope? Where are you?
I just picked up the beef jerky, the bug repellent, and the bag of zombies. Is this stuff really necessary? I mean, where are we going?
Do you really want to log a DNF? Look, we don't know what we'll run into. We have to be prepared. Just get the rope, okay?
Okay, I'll get the rope.
And we'll meet up in a little bit. Weather.
Hello?
Hey, Chet. I'm sorry to bother you. I'm looking for some information on the weather today.
You kind of caught me in the middle of something.
I'm sorry. Look, I just really need to know the weather.
Why are you calling me? I'm not a meteorologist.
Look, you're the only guy I trust when it comes to the weather. Do you remember that one time you predicted that hurricane?
I got lucky. Let me take a look. It's sunny and in the 90s.
Highs in the 90s. Okay, great.
It's going to be a great day.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much, Chet.
Look, I have to go. Have a good day with your geothermal or whatever.
Ben!
Hey, I have the rope.
Oh, I think we're ready to do this. Let's do it. Whoa, Ben, what a day, huh? Oh,
We're getting closer.
Hey, why do we have to do this in 90-degree weather? I mean,
We are 10 feet away! Let's go look!
isn't there a hint?
No. Real geocachers don't use hints. It's around here somewhere. We just have to go find it. Let's go. Oh yeah. Oh, yep. Nope. Not in there. Oh, nope. Not here. Maybe I need the rope.
Hey, is this it?
You found it! Oh my god, you found the cache! Yes! Oh my gosh. Okay, take a pen, sign a log, take a trinket, leave a zombie, and then be sure to hide that where you found it. Okay? So you found your first cache! What do you think?
It was awesome! Oh man, this was so much fun.
My life was miserable. I was in this such desperate routine that I wouldn't get out of. Who can guess a life could change so soon?
Dilara was a very lazy person. She was watching TV and playing video games all the time. She had no connection with the outside world. I tried to reach her several times, but she wasn't answering my calls. Obviously, she was in some sort of depression. She was lonely and sad. She had social anxiety and she was avoiding people.
She was a smart girl, but she had difficulties with solving problems, especially the analytical ones. It was very easy for her to give up.
I know Dilara from high school. She was a nice person, but she had no respect to nature. She was throwing garbage to the roads and streets. I tried to speak with her, I tried to warn her several times, but she wasn't listening to me.
Something was really missing in her life.
And then one day, she met
On a sunny day, I was walking near Bosporus. I got tired and sat on a random bench. As I was checking on my phone, I dropped my sunglasses. Suddenly, I realized there was something underneath. A box. A container. My very first geocache.
Actually, I remember that day. I was having lunch. My phone rang and I was quite surprised that I got a call from her. She said that I met geocaching and I asked, you met what?
And I can see now that that moment was her turning point, kind of milestone of her life.
Her life has changed that day. She is going to places that I have never heard before. She is walking all day with her dog, finding geocaches and exploring the beauties of nature. Now I see her less than before, because she is spending most of the weekends camping in the mountains or forests, finding geocaches in the middle of nowhere.
She's discovering lots of historical places. For example, she attended a television game show and the last question was about some rock formations in an archaeological site. I think it was a pretty difficult question, and she answered it correctly. Even the host was sure. Later on, she said that she found a geocache there and everything makes sense now.
She even made a geocaching bucket list, like finding at least one geocache in each continent or hiding a geocache under both?
I think she found her passion, and her passion made us start geocaching as well. She doesn't stay at home all day. She started to go to the events where she meets other geocachers. She is explaining the game to other people. This affected her social life as well. She can contact people without any fear. She lost her social anxiety.
She attends caching trash out events. They are cleaning forests and public parks. The person who is throwing stuff to the roads now is taking other people's trash on the street. Can you believe it?
Now, she knows her life means something. Thank you, geocaching, for bringing my sister back.
Geocaching has changed my life and gave me a lot of stories. And now it's your turn to go and create your own ones.
Okay, we're close. Somewhere around here. Oh! Hey, look at this!
Oh wow, that's really cool. I wonder what the story is behind that.
What are you looking for, Ben?
Something for my geocache. I like to leave nice trinkets.
Okay, but only a couple dollars, all right, Benny?
How's this?
Nice. Let's see how much it costs. Excuse me, ma'am. Can you tell me how much this piece is?
Oh, it's just $2, but it does have a very interesting story. We found it inside a handmade puzzle box. In fact, that box took us 3 weeks to open.
Really? Is it valuable? Is it gold?
No, we checked. That box is probably more valuable than the necklace. But it is a very nice piece.
Helen, what are all these things?
Oh, those belong to great-great-Aunt Mary. She died young, and Mother has kept some of her things. She said we could have them if we like.
Oh look, isn't this one pretty?
That was Aunt Mary's favorite. There was some story behind it, but I can't remember what it was. Why don't you keep it?
I'm going to put it in my special keepsake box.
Mary, I have a gift for you. This pendant pictures a very special horse named Brown Beauty. Now, Brown Beauty carried a man on a famous midnight ride. Do you know who that man was?
Who?
Paul Revere, one of the heroes of the American Revolution.
And Brown Beauty was his horse?
No, actually. Paul Revere borrowed Brown Beauty from his friend, your great-great-grandfather, John Larkin. Mr. Revere was a silversmith, and he made this pendant for your great-great-grandfather to show his gratitude.
Thank you, Mother. I will treasure it always.
Whoa, I'm keeping this.
Wait, remember? Take one, leave one?
Oh yeah. Right.
If you are a geocacher worth your salt, you have a few souvenirs under your belt. Most of them are location related or serve to highlight a special event, but a few unlisted ones require a different approach. And with that in mind, here are 5 lesser known souvenirs and how to get them. Every once in a while, you find a cache and think, I'm sure the cache owner didn't mean to hide it over there. Over here is a much better spot. And even if you never thought that, you will, because that's the mentality you need to get the superiority complex souvenir. The quickest way to make friends in the geocaching world is to always move a cache to where you feel is the best spot. All you have to do to get this souvenir is find 100 caches with specific instructions to return as found, and then ignore that phrase completely. Travel bugs and other trackable items such as coins and whatnots are a huge part of geocaching these days. Some people go through great lengths to find, photograph, and move trackables closer to their goals, while other people are complete butterfingers who mean well but simply can't handle the complex hand-eye coordination required to deal with this aspect of the game. Lose 10 trackables in 1 month for the 2 left hands souvenir. Finding and rummaging through an ammo can in the woods is a common experience for many cachers, and it may become repetitive for some people depending on their location. It's no surprise that some people up the adventure stakes by completely disregarding their personal safety and drinking the stagnant water that has pooled up in the rusty metal container over the last few weeks. If you manage to do this without contracting a disease, the adventurous ingester is yours for the taking. Finding a cache is fun, but not too many people seize the opportunity to work on their flair while returning a cache to its hiding spot. Running into other geocachers is cool, but running into other geocachers while performing behind-the-back miracles makes you look cool. The returner's finesse souvenir is given to those good enough to consistently return the cache with dexterity and grace. And no, I haven't gotten the souvenir yet. Geez, yeah, thanks for asking. I'm trying, okay? Sometimes cachers can make quite a mess while out on their journeys, so why not kill 2 birds with 1 stone and get the Tico souvenir? Simultaneously lighten your load by discarding empty containers and other harsh plastics and get this handsome artwork, and you can say you made a difference in the environment. Sure, maybe not a good difference, but you can say you made a difference. Plus, free geocache. Now that you know what to do, I expect you to get out there and get them. Remember, the more souvenirs you get, the better you are than everyone else. Take care and have fun.
I got my PQ for the long way round, 2 multi-caches for the way, and I'm sure I'll have some sweet company, 'cause geocaches are friendly everywhere. When I cache, I am so happy when I cache. I'm so happy about each find. I'm so happy about nature's sound. I'm so happy when I geocache. When I cache, I am so happy when I cache. I'm so happy about each find. I'm so happy about nature's sound. I'm so happy when I geocache. I got my PQ for the long way round, the one with 20 years of views. It's got mountains, it's got rivers, it's got planets make you shiver, so nothing would be better than geocaching. When I cache, I'm so happy when I cache. I'm so happy about events, I'm so happy about my new friends. I'm so happy when I geocache. When I cache, when I cache, geocache, when I cache, I'm so happy when I cache. I'm so happy about the jump, I'm so happy when I just sound time. So happy when I geocache, when I cache, geocache, when I cache, geocache. I am so happy when I cache. I'm so happy about events. I'm so happy when I'm with friends. I'm so happy when I geocache. When I cache, geocache, when I cache, geocache. I am so happy when I cache. I'm so happy about the jump. I'm so happy when I just sound time. So happy when I geocache.
So when are you going to be home? Go. 9. 9? Why so late?
Hey, you look like you should be geocaching. What's the matter? I went to 5 geocaches today, and there were too many muggles. What? No. You can't let muggles stop you from doing geocaches. Haven't you heard of this? No, what is that? It's a geocacher's guide to removing meddlesome muggles. So useful! It explains how to get rid of muggles in every situation. Wow! Let me show you.
geocache was just published. A new geocache was just published. Geocache was just published. Geocache was just published.